Come home, the kids miss you. From this project, they probably don't. Hi guys, it's me, Chavis here. Yes, Sirski. So Jack Harlow dropped a new project, Come Home, the Kids Miss You. So Jack Harlow, to me, he is very talented. I do think Jack Harlow is actually one of the few people from this new, I don't even know what you'd call it, from this new generation of artists who I think is actually gonna be here for a long time. Just because he is one of the people, I think, in my opinion, who has that power to stay for a long time. But I think, though, my thing with Jack is he still needs to find his sound. Because this project that he just dropped, to me, it sounds like the project he dropped to. It sounds like the first project he dropped in, I think it was 2020. I can't remember what the title was called. I'm not very good when it comes to titles. I think it was that's what they all say. Yeah. That project to me was cool. Like no tracks on there really, like no tracks on there were great or fantastic or like, oh my god. But the project itself was cool though. Like it was a cool project. Same for the same thing for the project here. Like no songs were crazy, no songs really like popped out of me. But I do think though this project was still a good project to me. Like that's pretty much the only thing I can really say about this project is that this is what Jack Harlow to me makes projects that no tracks really like pop out at you or like, oh my god, that's the one right there. But yeah, but Jack Harlow to me just like makes like good projects. Like he just makes good projects. Like that's the main thing here. Like this project to me had no tracks that stood out, but it was still a good project. Like I heard the album twice. Well, no, three times actually, and I still think the same thing. Like here is one thing that I will say about this project: the production. The production on this project was really like top tier production. He had production from Pharrell. He had production, which was not my favorite track. He had production from Pharrell. He had all kinds of just production. You know what? Actually, this project to me sounded like some early to mid 2000s type sound. Like that's kind of what it sounded like Jack was trying to go for here. Trying to go for that early to mid 2000s sound. That, like, yeah, that's what it sounded like to me. Like the song with Huston Timberlake, that sounded like some old school, like early mid 2000s like pop song. Like that's what it sounded like to me. And because he killed that too, by the way. The features on here, they killed their feature. The Drake one where supposedly he came at Pusha T, which, yeah, he kind of did in some way, but I don't know. But the Drake killed that feature. Jack killed that though too. Jack really did. Drake killed his feature. The only feature I say I really didn't care for was Pharrell. Just really didn't care for that song. Don't know why. But the features did their thing though with Drake, Justin Timberlake, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne though, well, okay, Lil Wayne did sound good. The reason why I say though Lil Wayne killed his feature was because the way his voice sounded like something from the 2000s, like that hard like auto-tune sound. Like that sounded like some stuff from the early mid late 2000s. Like, that's why I say Wayne killed it, and that's part of the reason why I think Jack was trying to go for that sound here. But yeah, just overall though, this project was a good project. Just no tracks really were like, oh my god. But I do think Jack has time to find his sound. He for sure has time to find his sound. I think he needs to focus on, like, he just needs to focus on making a project that just, like, I don't really know how to describe it, really. Like, no, he just needs to focus on finding his sound. It's just basically what I'm trying to, because I still think he's still trying to find that. I think he's still trying to find that sound. But still, though, good project. You know, and one little small little comment here I need to talk about when it comes to him, to Jack. There are people comparing him to Drake. Some ways, yeah, I can kind of see it, but more ways, no. I really don't see that. I mean, Drake defined a whole Drake defined a whole generation. Drake defined a whole, like, Drake was there from 2009 till now. Like, Drake's still popular now. Like, so, no, Drake was a huge, what Drake did for 10 years plus is very hard to do. And so, no, I actually don't think Jack right now is Drake. Like, I just don't see it. Just don't see it. I don't see it. I can see him. The closest thing I could compare Jack to would be Big Sean. That's kind of the closest thing I can compare him to. But Drake, nah. Yeah, man. Some people are so strange, man. Like Drake. Like, I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it here today for this new review. Yes, sirski, and subscribe, like, and all that, and I'll see you guys. Yeah.